Welcome back to Where's Wiseman. Matt and Emily here.
And we're in the middle of a week-long trip throughout England. And as you can see right behind us, we are at Stonehenge. We're going to take you with us exploring Stonehenge today, and then we're going to be moving on to Dover and Canterbury. Stay tuned.
All right, well, we're ahead of schedule so far. We're going to actually get to Stonehenge this morning, probably right before it opens, which is perfect. Maybe grab a coffee. Yeah, it wouldn't be a Where's Wiseman road trip without a little construction. Hopefully it won't slow us down too much. Looks like this is about it right here, though. So here we go.
The drive from Bath to Stonehenge took us about an hour, and this would be a great day trip from either Bath or London. If you missed our previous videos sharing our road trip through the Cotswolds and Bath and our time in London, be sure to check those out. Well, we have made it to Stonehenge. We are actually sitting in the cafe that they have right here at the visitor center. This opens at 9. The ticket window opens at 9:30. So we're here a little bit early. So we're gonna grab some coffee and just hang out until the tickets open. And then we're gonna see Stonehenge. And it is I don't know, it seems like a maybe very typical English day, English morning. It's very overcast and kind of misting, and I don't know, it feels like a really cool setting to go see Stonehenge. We drove about an hour from Bath to get here this morning. I know Matt can comment on how the drive was. It seemed to be nice. The roads were a little bit better than some of the roads we took coming from the Cotswolds into Bath, a little bit wider, drive a little bit faster. So yeah, it was a nice little drive to get here, and now we're just waiting for the doors to open. Just outside the visitor center are recreated Neolithic houses based on remains found during excavations in 2006 and 2007. It's believed that the people who built and used Stonehenge probably lived in houses like these. You'll also find a replica of one of the stones within Stonehenge, weighing about 28 tons.
We are making our way out to Stonehenge. You can walk. I think it's 2 kilometers, takes about 30 minutes. And they also offer some shuttles from the visitor center. So I think we're going to walk there and take the shuttle back.
Yeah, looks like a nice little countryside hike, so figured why not try.
It's flat.
It's supposed to be a couple stops along the way too, with some historical bits, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
If you're going to walk to Stonehenge from the visitor center, you can follow the road, and there are paths that take you through the surrounding fields. We passed someone who warned us about ornery cows in one of the fields, so we stuck to the road. As we approached the entrance to Stonehenge, we noticed a bunch of camper vans along a road. We asked one of the staff, and he said that this is a public access road and you can camp here. How cool would that be?
Stonehenge is probably the world's most famous prehistoric monument, and over 1 million people visit each year. Its great stones were raised about 4,500 years ago, carefully arranged to line up with the movements of the sun and the solstice. The ruin that we know today is the result of many different stages of construction. The first circular enclosure was constructed about 5,000 years ago, and then about 500 years later, the enormous Saracen stones were raised with smaller blue stones placed between them. There is a pathway all around the stones, with one section taking you right up close.
We've seen a lot of cool things so far on this trip. This has got to be close to the top or at the top. I'm speechless. I can't believe we're just walking around Stonehenge.
Wow. Until you see this in person, you don't really get the scale of what was built here. I don't know how it was possible.
Yeah, they're huge. They're massive rocks.
Yeah.
It's just a really cool place to be.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You've got to do it.
Yeah, put this on your list.
And I'm glad we walked at least one way, just to see what it was like, see the countryside a little more, get close to the sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably gonna catch that ride back.
Yeah, let's get a bus and then we're gonna be on the road to Dover and Canterbury.
The drive from Stonehenge to Dover was 3 hours, and when we arrived, we parked at the visitor center and set out to walk along the cliffs. The world-famous white chalk cliffs of Dover stand guard over the English Channel, and on a clear day you can catch a glimpse of the French coast. As you make your way out to the cliffs, you get a great view of the port of Dover.
Can you imagine what that port looked like during World War II?
This must have been nuts.
Yeah, army boats and jeeps, and especially getting ready for D-Day, because then that all went out of Dover, I thought. We have made it to the cliffs of Dover. You can hopefully see that behind us. We're just at one of the viewpoints along the path here. Give yourself a couple hours here.
At least.
It's a 10-minute walk just from the parking lot to the first viewpoint. We've still got a lot more to explore, a lot more to see. This is a lot of walking today.
Yeah, if you're walking straight, it's at least 50 minutes out to the lighthouse, which I think is one of the furthest points on this hike. We'll see how far we get. Classic Where's Wiseman style. We crammed way too much in to each day, but we're going to make it happen. We're hoping to still swing by the castle. Not sure if that's happening, but we got to get to Canterbury.
Yeah, we're going to get to Canterbury today. It'll probably just be dark, so we might have to see that in the daylight in the morning. We'll still explore around tonight, I'm sure, but anyway, we're just going to see as much as we can, so we better get walking. So there's a main walking path, and then there are a lot of little footpaths, little side trails that get you closer to the edge of the cliff that you can walk along. Just obviously be careful. And I feel like this is something that maybe we wouldn't have in the US. I feel like they'd put a big fence at the edge of the cliff so people wouldn't fall off. But here it's just, obviously be smart. Hold on to your kids, hold on to your dogs. And don't fall, because, you can just walk right up to the edge of the cliff, right there.
We had Dover Castle on our list of sites to see, however, when we got there, we found it was closed. If you have more time to spend in Dover, definitely put this on your list. After a quick fuel stop, we continued on to Canterbury, which was only a 30-minute drive.
Just remember when you're over here, the unleaded fuel handles are actually green, unlike the US where the diesel's green. So just read, pay attention. I had to double checked myself like 5 times just to make sure I didn't put diesel on this. We're good to go.
Dover and Canterbury would be a great day trip from London, and there are a number of tours available, or you could hop on a train and explore the area yourself.
Mind blown on these directions. Holy squiggly maps.
Yeah, so we're going to come out there and then directly, I think... Oh, wait, no, you can't go that way.
Oh, you can't go that
Well,
way.
maybe it was a little farther down. Well, I guess we'll find out. Can we do
Light or
this?
anything? I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
We'll give you a quick Airbnb tour. So this is our outer door, and we walk in. This is a 2-bedroom. So we'll show you upstairs here in just a minute with the bedrooms. We've got a little lounge area here.
Welcome in.
Seating. And I mean, this is right on the main street. We'll give you a peek at what that looks like in a minute, but such a cute little downstairs lounge area, kitchen, everything you need. And we are right above a shop on St. Peter's Street. I think this is one of the main streets here in Canterbury. Not quite sure. We just got here. Can't wait to explore down there. Let's take you upstairs and show you the bedrooms. There was not an elevator to get up here, just so you know that. You were going to have to carry bags. Here's the first bedroom. This is very, very spacious. Wow.
Your luggage.
And back over to this one. A little bit smaller, but still plenty of space. These rooms are really, really great size compared to some other Airbnbs we've stayed at.
Wow, this place is amazing. Perfect for a family of 4, 2 couples, or a couple like us. We get to choose our room tonight. I think we're going to take the St. Peter's side, but the other room has a really cool view of just the old architecture, the roof lines. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This is our third city we're staying at on this trip. Third and final before we head back to London. So.
Yeah. And now we're like, do we stay another night here? Can we make that happen? I don't know. Another city, we're already digging the vibe, but we're going to get unpacked and try to check out some town before it gets dark.
Let's go.
Canterbury is one of the most beautiful and historic cities in England and is famous for its cathedral and medieval streets. We couldn't wait to get out and explore.
All right, we have done a little bit of walking around town, some of these main streets in here, lots of shops, lots of restaurants, very cute buildings.
Yeah, a lot of history here, for sure.
Very old world English architecture, I guess. I don't really know how to describe this style, but we've had a long day. We're gonna go find a pub, have some dinner, have a Guinness, and see where the night takes us.
Well, we found the city wall. It's pretty neat. One of the historical walls that protected the city. Half of it still stands today, and you can actually walk the perimeter. So we're gonna go check it out. We'll fill in some more information here, but let's go. The city walls of Canterbury were built by the Romans around 300 AD, and at least 5 gatehouses were placed in the walls, linked to the network of Roman roads across the region. During the 18th and 19th centuries, Canterbury's city walls came under extensive pressure from urban development, and all the gates but one, the West Gate, were destroyed. The present towers of the West Gate are a medieval replacement of the Roman gatehouse, rebuilt around 1380.
Overall, the city streets are pretty quiet this morning. Everybody's just going about their business. It's not super touristy. Could be the time of year that we're here. It's the middle of the week. But it's fun to see all the Christmas decorations that are starting to go up and all the lights that are coming out. So this might be an amazing place to come in the winter Christmas season. I think it looks like they're setting up for some different Christmas markets throughout the city. So maybe something to check out. We walked down Palace Street to take a look at the Crooked House while waiting for the cathedral to open. The Crooked House is one of the most photographed buildings in Canterbury and dates back to the 17th century. Today, it's a bookstore. The Canterbury Cathedral is one of the oldest Christian structures in England and is one of the UK's most visited historic sites. Founded in 597, the cathedral was largely rebuilt in the Gothic style following a fire in 1174, with significant extensions to accommodate the flow of pilgrims visiting the shrine of Thomas Becket, the archbishop who was murdered in the cathedral in 1170. It's a masterpiece of art and architecture and became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1988. We are in the Canterbury Cathedral pretty much first thing in the morning when they open, and there is no one else in here, maybe 2 other people. This is spectacular. Wow, much more impressive than the Bath Abbey. It's rivaling Westminster, and I think just because there aren't any crowds here, but wow. Definitely recommend you visit the cathedral here in Canterbury. Amazing.
Probably our favorite so far.
Yeah, I think the favorite so far. It just keeps going and going. There's an amazing cloister. There's a crypt. Make sure to check that out. No photography down there, so we didn't really film that, but yeah, check it out. Put it on your list if you're coming to Canterbury.
Unfortunately, it was time to check out of our Airbnb, so we grabbed some lunch and started the drive back to London. Well, sad to say, but we're on the Heathrow Express on our way back to the airport. Time to go home. We've had an amazing trip. Thanks for joining us on this 3-video adventure through London and the countryside of England. We'll see you on the next. Don't forget to subscribe for more travel and camping adventures, and if you missed the first 2 episodes from this trip, we'll link them down in the description.